You know what? You see, I got to be very, very careful. Because remember, I'm the same guy that apologized to Mama Durant. You understand what I'm saying? Because I thought that the move to Golden State was the weakest move I've ever seen by a superstar, and I stand by that. That's the only negative thing that I've ever said about Kevin Durant, because I happen to think that he's a really, really good guy and a phenomenal player. But he's just so wrong in that regard. I give anything to have been that report. You gonna tell me what the hell I asked? Now, you have a right not to comment. You have a right to say no comment and ignore the question. You can do all of that because that's your freedom. But to look, if that man had looked me in my face and told me, don't ask me again, I'd have been like, or what? What you gonna do? And I'd have asked the same damn question again. What the hell is he going to do? Not a damn thing. See, this is the problem. If you raised up like that on Draymond Green, maybe he would have never thought to raise up on you like that. Okay? So at some point in time, we got to wonder about that it factor that we constantly allude to. Because it's not just about Draymond. Draymond may have reacted wrongly. He may have went a bit too far by telling them, get on up out of here, shoot, you can leave. You can leave now if you want to. We won before you got here. We'll win when you going. He didn't have to go there. And Draymond was wrong for doing that. But the point is, why did he feel the need to raise up on you to begin with? Let me tell you something else that I've been hearing. This is not the first time. Listen, you've had people early on, believe it or not, early on in this season, we've had cats that have had questions, other guys that are members in that locker room that have had questions about Kevin Durant's shot selection. They've questioned his level of selfishness. Not me, because I don't see Kevin Durant that way. I think he's one of the most unselfish superstars I've ever seen. But there are others who have played with him this year that felt differently about him because they felt like, yo, you got one foot in and out the door. So all of these things have led to this point, some could argue. They look at Draymond Green, they're looking at everybody, and they say, why the hell would Draymond Green feel the need to come at him like that? Number one, because he could, and number two, because he felt he had a reason to. And your response is to get big and bad with a reporter, really, after wetting the bed against Houston? Showing up, Draymond Green calls you out, gets suspended, he gets back. Y'all go against a team who's considered a legitimate threat in the Western Conference, at least based off of what happened last year, and y'all are getting blown out by 30. Some dude named Ennis III showed out against y'all. It wasn't just James Harden. And on top of it all, they went on a 21-0 run in the fourth quarter, where Kevin Durant was resorted to sitting on the bench in a hoodie, okay, getting waxed. Watching his team rather get waxed. And you're one of the top 4 players on the planet Earth, as I religiously say. And so I look at it from that perspective, and I'm saying, you know what? I look at this team. I think they winning the championship this year. I don't think there's anything that can stop. They're just too surreal. Yeah. The only thing that can get in the way of them is themselves. Nobody could mess with Golden State right now. Nobody. But they could beat themselves. If they show up and don't want to play, if they don't care, I would never accuse them of going that route because I can't believe that would happen. But if they got to a point where they didn't give a damn,
Stephen A.,
that could stop them.
Let me ask you this. But did you hear what you needed to hear from Draymond? Because he opened up about the situation.
Yes, I heard what I needed to hear. I heard a guy that said sometimes his emotions get the better of him, and he may have gone too far, but he's not going to change. I did not hear that man say, I was wrong.
No.
I did not hear that man say, I didn't mean what I said.
Or I apologize.
I did not hear that man say, I apologize to Kevin Durant. I didn't hear any of those things, and that resonates with me.
Let me first react to what you said about Kevin Durant. You're 100% right. KD, you can't come out there and try to bark at a reporter for asking a legitimate question.
Knowing they got a job to do.
But plus, we all saw what happened with you and Draymond. And by the way, kudos to KD for not faking the funk after that, telling you straight up what it was. We haven't addressed it. I'm sure we will. Kevin Durant came off like such a mature adult who's much more comfortable in his own skin than he ever was before. And he should be lauded for that, because the hardest thing to do is to mature, go from a 19-year-old kid to a 30-year-old man.
And handle great things the first
and
night,
handle,
24 hours later.
And by the way, and in front of our eyes, we see the trajectory, we see the growth. You're not from a fake Twitter account to a guy who's dealing with things straight on. Good for you. You can't turn around and act as though we all didn't see what happened, and then you guys come out and you're flat and you get blown out by 21.
I think you're wrong. I think he was trying to intimidate the reporter. I'm taking it a step further than that.
He
That's
was.
my problem with it.
No, but what I'm saying
is... Go big and bad at Draymond.
Right.
Not at the reporter.
I agree with that, but it starts with you don't ask me that again. Come on, dude. That's weak. That's one. Two, let me address Draymond. I didn't hear what I wanted to hear from Draymond. I see he's over it because Draymond is a truth teller. But is he a truth hearer? I don't think Draymond's a truth hearer. And we talked about it with Stan Van Gundy yesterday. If you can tell everyone the truth, are you ready to hear it? Well, let me tell you the truth, Draymond. You're a great player, and I'm a fan. Love watching you play. And other than Steph Curry, you've revolutionized the modern NBA more than any other player. You can't shoot. Shooting about 30% from three. Like, when they play 5 out, they need a 5 who can shoot. That's why they can go with Draymond smaller, right? 30% from three is not really a stretch 5, maybe barely a stretch 5, certainly not a stretch 4. He's a great passer, can handle the ball, can play defense, will dive on the floor. All that stuff great. But hey, Draymond, you haven't shot in about 2 or 3 years now. You're getting older. That's the truth. Not quite as good as you were, even defensively. And here's the other truth. The team will choose Kevin Durant over you, and that's even after the fact that they know he's not committed to a future with the team. He'd have to make up his mind, and that you are gladly committed to their future, and that you were there before him, and that you, in terms of the identity of the Warriors, are second only to Steph Curry, and they will choose him over you every single day of the week and twice on Sunday, and so would everyone else in the world who's interested in their basketball team winning. Draymond has to hear that. He can tell the truth. Is he ready to hear the truth?